Hi, boys and girls. We are going to work on lesson 22 in math today. Like yesterday, there is no Zern lesson that goes with lesson 22. And before you can just jump in and kind of figure out what the skill is, you need some direct instruction, and that's what I'm here to do today. So you're going to need, let me make sure I've got the right page 72 of your math packet. We're going to be working together on page 72. And then you're going to do some activities by yourself in Seesaw. So I'm going to get ready to share my screen. You go get page 72 and come right back. Okay, this kind of looks like how we started yesterday. We had a blank number line. So again, we're talking about using a number line to perform some math skills. So this is a number line. And right now we have, it's just blank. There's nothing on it. Yesterday that we learned that these vertical lines that go down have a special name. Do you remember what that was? Good job. That's right. That's a hash mark. It's a lot different than what you guys are used to. You think that's a hash mark, and it is. But when we talk about math, this is also a hash mark. And the name in between the space has a special name also. It's the space that takes up. That's right, it is called an interval. Now, it's called an interval, but it has a special name when we're working on measurement. And we're using our number line to figure out sums and differences of measurements. So rather than just writing a vertical addition or subtraction sentence, we're figuring out that problem using the skill of a number line. So we're going to be looking at each of those spaces as units of measurement. Okay, units of measurement. So what if I was to show you this number line right here? And you're gonna notice right away that this is kind of similar to yesterday. Yesterday you had two steps. You had to first figure out what the pattern was, or figure out the interval, and then apply that pattern to the number line to figure out what the missing spot was, or the letter. Today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to provide you with the interval, okay? So starting with this particular number line right here, I'm going to tell you that the interval is 10 centimeters, okay? That means each space along the number line is 10 centimeters, each interval, all right? And I'm only going to give you one number. I'm going to give you the starting number. I'm going to give you the starting number of 20 centimeters. And I'm going to ask something like this. What is 40? No, I don't think I want to add it like that. I want to say, so we have 20 centimeters. What is 40 more centimeters than 20 centimeters? What is 40 more centimeters than 20 centimeters? So what I'm really asking you for is if I took 20 centimeters and I put 40 centimeters more to it, where would I land on the number line? Well, I could come over here and I could say 20 plus 40 is going to give me what? That's right, it would give me 60. But that's vertical addition. That's not the skill that we're doing today. The skill that I want you to show me is being able to find the sums, because it's addition. I want you to find a sum using a number line. So if the only information I have given you is your starting point of 20, that each interval is 10 centimeters, and I want you to tell me what is 40 more than 20 centimeters. Well, we know the answer is going to be 60, but where does it land on the number line? Here's where we go. If we know these are 10 and this is 20, let's count by tens. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is 60 right here. But I want to check my work. I want to check my work, and it's going to look like this. If I want to know what is 40 more than 20 centimeters, I have to make sure I've done 40 jumps. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40. So each time was plus 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So I have done definitely 40 more than 20 centimeters. I've landed right here. And that's what our skill is today. So you've already gotten your math packets, and we're going to start working through page 72 together. Okay, my friends, this is page 72. So what we're going to do on this page is no different than what we just did on the whiteboard together, except that we're on paper and we're going to be using our pencils. So let's talk about this. Right now we have letter A and letter B. And it's telling you right at the top that each unit length on both number lines is 10 centimeters. So just like the problem we did on the whiteboard, I know that each interval mark is going to be 10. So I'm just going to put this right here to remind myself. And I can even put the CM, 10 centimeters. So here's how it's written. It says show 30 centimeters more than 65 centimeters on the number line. So if I want to know more is what operation? That's right. That's going to be addition. I'm going to be showing addition. So 30 centimeters more than 65. So what do I start with here? Do I put the 30 here, or do I put the 65 here? If you said 65, you're right, because 65 would go here because I want to show 30 more. Now, I am going to drop you down here to, it says, write an addition sentence to match each number line. So kind of like we did the vertical addition sentence on the whiteboard, I'm going to actually start with 65 here. And I want to know 30 more. So I'm going to put 30 here. Now, I don't know my answer yet, but I'm going to find out. So sometimes counting by tens can be tricky when your original number ends in 5. But that's okay. If you're counting by 10 and your number ends in 5, every number after it must end in 5. And that's just how you keep the pattern. So this would be 65. So 10 later would be 75. And I'm going to jump 10. How many do we have to jump all together? 30. That's right. So I'm going to jump that 30. So it's 10. Here's 20. Here's 30. So I know I want to end up right here. So we have 65, 75. This one's going to be 85, which means we're going to stop at 95. So then what is the sum or the answer to our addition sentence? 65 plus 30 is, that's right, 95. We've just done the first one together. I'm going to stop it for a minute and give you a chance to catch up and record that in your notes. Okay, friends, we're going to go to letter B, but I want to make sure that you can focus and not be confused. So I'm actually going to fold my paper a little bit. You don't have to, but I think it's easier for you to follow along with me if I'm only showing one problem at a time. Okay, let me push that to focus. All right. So we're still doing the same skill. I know that this interval is 10 because the directions told me that. My interval is 10. And my question or my problem to figure out is show 20 centimeters more than 75 centimeters on the number line. And again, I'm going to have to write my addition sentence. So again, I know that more means addition. And I want to show 20 centimeters more than 75. So my addition sentence is going to start with 75, and what am I adding to it? That's right, I'm adding the 20. So 75 plus 20 equals. Now, this is pretty easy mental math. I could probably come up with that pretty easily, but that's not the skill. The skill is not mental math today. The skill is, can you use a number line to find the sums and differences? Okay, so we know our starting point is 75, and I need to show 20 more. So I'm going to do my jumps on the number line first. If I know that I'm going to do that, this whole spot right here is 10, then I know another 10 is going to give me 20. So this is where 20 is going to land. Well, now I'm going to count by tens. 75, 85, 95. Wow, the answer for the above one was 95 also. So 75 plus 20 is 95. That's all I have to do today. But it's working. I'm taking my skills from yesterday where I had to find the interval and then find a missing number. And today I know the interval and I just have to apply that knowledge and do some addition and subtraction. But so far we've just done addition. Well, if this is always asking me for more, what will a subtraction sentence sound like? That's right. The question's going to ask me for how much less, because less is subtraction. But we have a different thing to notice here. It says each unit length on both number lines is 5 yards. Okay, so it doesn't matter that it's yards, it could be centimeters, meters. We just know that each interval is 5, which means I'm going to have to count by 5s. Okay, so each interval is 5. So look at this one. It says show 25 yards less than 90. So less is what operation? That's right, it's subtraction. I know I'm going to have to subtract. I'm going to have to subtract from 90. So 90 is my starting number. 90 minus 25. So I can't put my starting number down here because if less means subtract, when I subtract, I jump this way on my number line. I would go this way. Well, there's nothing to jump to. So I actually have to come down here and start this at 90. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to mark this and I'm going to say each of these is 5. How many yards less? 25. So we have to figure out 25. So this is 5. Let's keep going. 10, 15, 20, 25. We know that that's 25. We've jumped 25 yards. But do I know what this number is? Is it 25? No, it's not 25. From 90 to here is 25. I've subtracted 25. But let's go back and count by 5s backwards to figure out what this number is. And we'll do it again with a little bit of I'm going to change my colors. Okay, so 90, let's count backwards. 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65. So this dot on our number line is 65. So 90 minus 25 is 65. So that's how we do these. All right, so I'm going to pause this and I'm going to see if you can do the last one on your own. And then I'm going to come back and let's see if we match. Okay, my friends, let's see how you compare to me. I knew that when I read that it says show 35 yards less than 100. I knew that less meant I was going to subtract, so that the 100 yards was going to have to be the end of the number line. So I put my 100 and I know I'm going to subtract 35. So 100 minus 35. Remember, the interval told me it was 5, so I counted out 35. Let's see how I did. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yep. So I know I counted 35 yards less. Let's just check my number counting backwards just to make sure. 100, 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65. Yep, this is correct. So 100 minus 35 equals 65. All right, that's what we're doing today in math. It's finding sums, which means addition, and differences, which is subtraction, using the skill of a number line. Now, I know you can probably do this math mentally, and I know you can do it vertically but can you do it using a number line? That's today's skill. I can't wait to see how you do. All right, I'll see you at the Zoom meeting. Bye for now.